So this recording, I may post it or I may not post it, but I just wanted to record my trades for this week. Now, February, I'll be dipping my hand into gold. Normally, I trade just currency pairs, and although I first of all tried using another strategy to trade it, didn't work, backfired a lot during February. But this March, I've changed my approach and said, okay, why not use the strategy I'm using on currency pair for it, which is ICT 2022 model. And I used it during this first week of March, and the result was crazy. Now let me back test it. I'll put screenshots of my trades, and although you can check my community posts, I posted how I turned $10 to $150. Then I think I did $10 to like $50 again, like twice again. So it's very easy. I'll show you everything. Now let's go. Now market, I'm not registered to TradingView, so it stopped at already. But if you check very well, you see that price gapped up. Price gapped up on Monday market open. So this was the gap. So price came back and filled the gap. Understand me? So price filled the gap. So when price filled the gap, why I stay on the 1 minute on currency pair, I use 5 minutes for my entry. But for gold, I found out that if you're using 5 minutes, 5 minutes is like waiting for 1 hour candle on currency pair. Like the move will have happened and gone far before you enter. So 1 minute is like, to be honest, 1 minute is like 15 minutes on currency pair on gold. That's the way I see it. So price came back and failed. It jumped up, market open, price gradually came back. I didn't trade the coming back, just wait to fill all the killing. Like my strategy says in nice 2020, all wait for is for liquidity sweep, market structure shift with fair value gap, then pull back into it. Now when the liquidity has all been filled, understand me, I was waiting for, because I trade sessions theorem, I was waiting for London session to open. Understand? This is London session. But that's why I'm doing this recording now. If I was to look at the market now with all the knowledge I've gathered for this whole week trading, because later on around like Thursday, Friday, I started trading Asian session, and Asian session is so sweet and good for good. And to be honest, it's rare when gold will move during London session, but gold usually move during Asian session and New York session. I later found out. Now when all the liquidity have been swept, this was the last candle that swept the liquidity. Now going into the market, I picked a bias of being bullish for the market for gold. Now you can see after sweeping the liquidity, this is the gap that market left. Swept everything. After liquidity is being swept, what I usually do is to mark the last lower low. Do you feel me, guys? When you mark the last lower low, now we start observing. Market printed this, print. Then we see 3 consecutive candle, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you see this candle closed above. It closed above the last lower high with an engulf, like this engulf candle pattern. What I do is to buy immediately when I see a retracement. This candle, I buy on this candle. You feel me? How do I put my stop loss? I put my stop loss at the last candle, or if you look at the structure very well, you can see that we have these 3 consecutive candles. You put your stop loss below this guy here. Understand me? Put your stop loss below this guy here. You buy. You feel me? Look at market went to like at least 1 to 2. Understand me? So for how will I put it? for Asian session, you don't need like long session, because some Asian session is not like the session where that expands price is New York session. So for Asian session, short term, you can see 1 to 2 sharp. What are we looking for? What do we look for? Liquidity sweep. Understand me? Liquidity gap, sweep, then MSS of last high, then enter, the buy. As easy like that. Like, look at it. So that's how we did our 1 to 2. I didn't take this trade, but I'm just looking back at I'm just like looking back, and I'm seeing this setup now. This is a clean 1 to 2. This is the 2022 model playing in action. Then let's go and let me show you what Anna did during London Open. So what did London Open do? London Open, Asian session consolidated, blah 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 blah. You can see. But if you know what you are doing, you can pick good trades during that consolidation era. Now London opened around 8:30, because this my time here is Nigerian time, but 9:30 here means in London 8:30. London came for the Asian low. You can see took the Asian low. After taking the Asian low, that's liquidity what sweep. That is what step 1. If liquidity has not been taken, you are the liquidity. So liquidity was taken. What did I do? Sorry. What do I do? You can see here, I already marked it. Mark the last lower high. What the market do after liquidity sweep of the Asian low? Because my session, when I learned ICT, I strategically put it into sessions theorem. That means I will always wait for one session liquidity to be taken, then show me the entry, which is market structure shift with fair value gap, before I go into a trade. Some people use it for their daily sweep of liquidity. Some people use it as POI liquidity. But me now, I'm being flexible with everything. But my priority is usually session liquidity. Now sweep of Asian low, market structure shift with fair value gap. Now immediately I see this candle close, breaking the last lower high and closing engulfed above. This next bullish candle, at the build up, it was showing like a pullback, as if it wants to pull back. I engaged instantly, and this is where I bought. Boom. Understand? I think this was the day I was trading, and I turned $10 into $150, and this is when I engaged, and woo la la, I was very bullish oriented. And you can see market ran up during London session and ran up during what New York session. You can see it went to like 1 to 11 hour. Understand me? So it was wild. It was really wild. Now, how to look for more entry? Understand me? How to look for what? More entry. Now, if you miss this entry, all you got to do was to wait for another structure to be broken. But me, I like to enter like the sniper kind of cannibal. Look at this, is another level. Understand? You can see it was broken. It was broken with an engulf candle. Immediately you saw this pullback, you enter. But the only problem with this kind of entry is now our stop loss is larger. But if you can manage it, good. So that's that on that. And you can see now, if you miss the entry during London, you wait for New York session. The same theory, which is this is the high of London session. Understand? This is the liquidity sweep, pull back, then we have market structure shift. Are you feeling me? This is the liquidity sweep of this high, liquidity sweep, pull back. Then we had what? Market structure shift. with what? Fair value gap. Immediately I saw, if I was trading it here, if I've not done my first entry, immediately I saw this candle liquidity sweep of this guy's high, pull back, boom, like this. Immediately I saw this guy, I will have like, oh, time to buy. Time to buy. But now, where will I put my stop loss? This low here. This low here. You can see the pullback was weird, but we're not stopped out. And if we went, I think it went like 1 to, you can see almost 1 to 2, or 1 to 2-ish. Yeah, 1 to 2-ish level before New York opened. Go. You know, this is pre-New York. We're entering during pre-New York session. You understand? Sometimes it doesn't have this mad pullback. It just continues like that. But the pre-New York open is actually, this is 2 o'clock here, which is that's 8 a.m. That's almost 8:30. The 8:30 candle. This is the 8:30 candle here. But you can see that later price came down aggressively. For me, this is how I manage my trade. As far as my trade has gone 1 to 2 hours, I have 2 things to do. If I feel it's gonna go longer, I go break even, like into profits break even style. You feel me? So I pull back like this, I stop out, I didn't lose anything. I re-strategize. You feel me? It stopped out. You see the way it dance. The problem was from here now, I don't have like any significant type of entry again. This was my only option of entry because I'm a session liquidity trader. Understand? So, but you can see it still later went up from my London entry. So that was how Monday went. Now on Tuesday, same thing. I was waiting for London open. I was waiting for my session liquidity to be taken. You understand? This is my session low to be taken. But if you notice, the session low was not properly taken. But that didn't stop me of entering. You know why? Because when I opened the chart very well, I saw that we have order block here. We have 3 consecutive 1 to 3 candle that shot up during Asian session, and we have this fair value gap here. Now, yes, I know I use liquidity of sessions, but I told you that as far as there's a liquidity sweep and I see my entry, it's checked. So when I saw that price pushed here, yes, I was hoping for, okay, let this guy give me my traditional session liquidity, but he didn't take it. That's how market does. You're not the one that's going to tell what the market is going to do. My main thing is, has liquidity been taken? Good. If it just came here, bam, and started giving market structure shit, I'll not do anything. I'll let this slide. But I saw a powerhouse buy setup here, which is another block with 3 consecutive bullish candle with fair value gap. It bounced into the fair value gap. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't want to go down, I saw it was dancing here. You can see it was building up momentum there. I said, okay, what are you gonna do? Are you still gonna break down more, or you're gonna go up from now? The next thing I saw was the last lower high, which was this guy here. You can see price broke it, bash, boost. Understand? So when I saw this candle, when I now saw this pullback, entered, and the rest was history. Understand? So you can see still the same thing, liquidity sweep, enter, and this, oh my lord, this ran like 1 to 17 hour. I think this was the one. I think the Monday one was on my prop firm. This was the one I did $10 to $150. It was insane. Trust me, guys. It was crazy. Then yeah, look at the run. So what else will I have done? Pre New York. I think pre New York came and pushed price down a bit. I'm looking for something. Okay. Yeah, that was how Tuesday ended. Anyway, and after we got this high, price have been since on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday trying to get back to the high. Now, I want to see something. When we got to this high, I want to, like as I said, kind of backtesting my week. So I want to see scenario for selling. This Tuesday high went to take a liquidity on the daily time frame. So after the liquidity was taken, you can see this was the last lower low. You see, last lower low. What the price do? Break it. 1, 2, 3. They pull back into it. They pull back into the fair value gap. This guy. This was what I should have been thinking on New York session on Tuesday after I caught my buy. Since it has hit a liquidity, or this hit a daily liquidity, so I will have caught this sell. Understand? Although I've got this sell, which went like crazy. Are you guys getting what I mean? Understand? Like that Tuesday sold and bought to a daily liquidity, took the liquidity, broke the last structure, pull back into the fair value gap, and hola, we would have rolled this sell. We'll have rolled this sell like 1 to 10 arrow-ish. Do you get me? I didn't see this on Tuesday because I was just bullish buyers because Monday I bought, it bought, Tuesday I bought again, it bought. Then I shall notice that during London session, unlike on Monday where London session and New York session bought, during this one, because Monday no significant liquidity was taken when it bought. Tuesday the price momentum continued buying and it went to hit a daily high liquidity. I don't want to switch immediately because I'll start scrolling backwards. But if you check on Tuesday, it collected a daily liquidity, took the daily liquidity. I will have, okay, that's taking liquidity, close my buy setup. What will I now be thinking of? Okay, this guy here was last low. If you really want to sell, I want to see it break it aggressively. Understand? You see, 1, 2, 3, nice one. This pullback you'll have entered, and hoo la la, will have been a beautiful sell of 1 to 10 hour. Now we went on Wednesday after everything that market showed me on Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday I woke up in the morning still bullish momentum, still trying to buy the market, and market did me a lot of dirty on Wednesday. Did me a lot of dirty because if you look at it, look at the Asian session, look at the London session, look at New York session. So it was crazy that skinny. I later sold. This was the only sell I sold later on when I discovered that, okay, market have bought Monday, Tuesday afternoon, even pulled back. So Wednesday it consolidated for like 2 sessions before New York session. It so sharply into another block level before it now bought aggressively. But how will I have traded the Asian session? I didn't trade the other session, but I just want to look into it. Like, how could I maximize it? There's no way I could have maximized it. Do you know why? Because there was no liquidity, in my own opinion, that was taken. Like, this was New York liquidity below here, above, so nothing was taken. Price was just consolidating. Ooh la la. So now, New York, London open. We have you can see here, we have liquidity sweep of Asian high. We had pullback, then we had market structure shift. With this kind of candle. I remembered I entered a buy immediately, putting my stop loss here. Thinking, oh, we're gonna have the run again, continue the run that we had on Monday. And Kenny. But to my surprise, market went 1 to 3 hour. But Uncle Michael was like, oh, no. Market, before I said Jesus is Lord, you can see price retrace back. So this is actually a good setup. If you're not a greedy motherfucker like me, you will have just, you understand me, come out 1 to 3 hour. You can see the strategy worked again. 1 to 3 hour. So Michael, next time, if you don't want to close totally, that's gone 1 to 2 hour, 1 to 3 hour, okay, go break even significant. I think I didn't even go break even significant. I was like, let's run up the same way we did 1 to 11 and 1 to 15 hour on Monday and Tuesday, and I was stopped out. So London session, I was like, okay, we'll find another entry, blah blah blah. And yes, I did find another entry. This was it. Yes, I remember this entry. I waited for London low to be taken out. You can see taken out. Then we had this candle. To be honest, because of, I won't lie here, because of the way market violated me here, immediately there was liquidity sweep. Your brother, I jumped into this market from here immediately. I jumped into the market from here. Yes, it was a nice move, but the move didn't last. It went to like 1 to almost 3 hour again, but I was like still looking the expectation of the way market ran, 1 to 10 and 1 to 15 hour Monday, Tuesday. After it has showed me first lesson in 1 year, I've known my head has not calmed down. This guy here, but it's still this liquidity sweep. I saw it, I just jump into. Some people's strategy are like that, but me, for conservative, this is where I should have entered after market structure shift. You feel me? After market structure shift, you can see the candle there, it closed above, great. Then this pull back into the fair value gap, enter your buy from there. You feel me? Still the same thing, technically still the same thing. Market went like 1 to 1 point something. Actually, it was when this I got violated the second time. Then I'm like, wait, market went Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I think maybe it wants to pull back. Understand? Because it didn't go far, like 1 to 3 apart. So when I got violated again, I'm like, holy shit! New York session open again. It got me about this is a great entry. But all I've done, like, it was go break even again. You feel me? So now when I saw this move to the downside aggressively, understand, it's still the same thing, which is liquidity sweep of this, because this was the last liquidity tip. Understand? So all the momentum is here. All the buy momentum, stop loss are here. Understand? I saw it get violated, liquidity sweep, pull back, You feel me? So when I saw this candle 1, 2, 3. So I'm like, liquidity sweep. This liquidity sweep here, market consolidated. He didn't want to short, he wants to sell instantly. Then we had market structure shift. This is like 1, 2, 3 market structure shift to the downside. Understand? Look, the candle closed. This candle, it closed below that line. I'm like, no, what's going on? Immediately I saw this pulling back, I entered and engaged in a sell. I just like, bruh, I think I'll be stopped at 12 in a buy setup. I'm seeing something like a sell setup. Understand? And I sold, and it beautifully sold like 1 to 3 hour. Then immediately it sold. Immediately sold. I was rejoicing that it has sell. It went to hit a very high order block like below. Sha. I don't want to change it because to be scrolling down this 1 minute. Now, if you want to engage for a buy, my model is very easy. The main thing is let it hit a point of interest, POI. Let it stake liquidity, but me, I use liquidity. It took the guy, and look at what market did. All you have to do was to mark the last high. Should I use this? Let me use this. The last high. You feel me, guys? Mark the last high, Michael. After you rejoicing, because and you like mark the last high. You can see liquidity sweep, market structure shift, fair value gap on the pullback. But me, I don't do on the pullback. Immediately I see this closure, I enter from here. If the market structure shift is so large, understand, like the market structure shift is so large, you can wait for a pullback. But for me, if it's not that large, I engage instantly, because sometimes it can just run up if it's a very high momentum kind of guy, kind of movement. I don't like to miss one peep. And hula, this is a buy. Hope you guys are understanding it and seeing how I'm engaging the buy. And this went to like almost 1 to 3 hour. That was the end of this. Now I think this is Thursday or Friday. Yes, this is Thursday market. Woke up again, bullish buyers guy mentality. What did I do? I waited for a liquidity sweep. Now this is liquidity sweep. You can see market pushed up, but it did not break the last high. You can see that is a very rule-based strategy. Pulled back, just choppy, dipped again one more time. Then was the current lower high, and you can see market structure shift. Market structure shift. This next candle momentum enter from there, and the rest was history. That's how I bought for that day. But when I bought for that day, because of the way market have serviced me on Thursday, it went to like 1 to 2 hour, almost 1 to 2 hour. I went break even, and you can see market. So this is my rule. Anytime I enter a trade and trade goes 1 to 2 hour, I take partial, or if I don't want to take partial, I move significantly into minimum profit in case market want to pull back and like maybe reverse invalidate the trade. So anytime the strategy work, once you notice that it's at least move 1 to 2 hour, 1 to 3 hour, if it's a good day, that is a momentum day, it will go far away. But if it's not a momentum day, but it shows you, it will go 1 to 2 hour, 1 to 3 hour, and you can manage your trades like that. Now you can see that when the guy did this, price just started selling. I don't know what he went to take, because he didn't take the Asian eye, and I didn't participate. I'm even looking at it right now. I don't know how to engage in this kind of trade because there was no liquidity taken, but you can see it just sold. That's how you build conviction yourself. You can see it sold a lot, but it's not part of my model. I do nothing, and then I waited. Understand? Because as it sold to another level. It sold to a liquidity level below. It took the liquidity on the 4 hour time frame. It took the liquidity. I think it was another block or something with fair value gap. It took it. I was waiting for price. So when it took it, price break this high. It didn't break it. I was waiting. Press down, came up again. Shigi shaka shigi. Then what did I see? Boom, broke it. Enter there. Put my stop loss at the engulfing candle. Some for me, I knew it will not go lower than this because of experience. But if you are not that experienced, you can put your like this. You can put it like that, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful run by. Understand? It was like it went crazy. It was like 1 to 7 hour. Feel me, guys? So this shit works. It worked. It worked. So that was how I ended KD on Thursday. Now on Friday, you can see New York session. New York session. Let me backtest. If I wanted to enter New York session, I'm not sure it hit any liquidity here because if you look here, did it take the London? Okay, it took the London high. Okay, let's see. I only closed and didn't engage, but it took the London high, pull back, this up. Oh my goodness! But you'll be stopped out because I want to say it broke this guy here. Broke this guy. If you enter from here, you only enter for a while for market destroy you, because if you enter the sell from here, and see stopped out. So this was a good buy. So there was no point in me finding another entry to sell or to continue buying again. So I waited till Friday. That was when I started practicing how to trade during Asian session. And ooh la la, it was crazy. Now Asian session, market opened, and on the 4 hour time frame there was a liquidity sweep around this region. There's a liquidity sweep. Then I was waiting for a pullback into it, but market doesn't care to do whatever it wants to do. But the moment I saw the last low broken aggressively, understand, then this candle was building up, did a beautiful sell of 1 to 10, almost 1 to 10 hour. Understand? There was a liquidity sweep on the 4 hour time frame. I was waiting for it to pull back, because if you go to 5 minutes, this is a fair value gap. On the 1 minute, it's not looking like any significant fair value gap. But the 5 minute was a fair value gap there. I was waiting for it, but it didn't. It broke down more. Then I saw an aggressive break. This indecision candle entered from there. Boom. Printed like water. That midnight, around like 1 a.m. midnight, I turned like my 16k to 50k to like 60 something k. Check my community post, you see the post there. Then did that crazy move. Now guys, I'm incorporating what I call trend line, but the way I use trend line, I use it as a level of liquidity. Look at this way I traded this Asia session. After price sold, I saw it popped up back, but for it to give a buying skinny, it has to come and do market structure shift from this top here. But I knew it was not ready for that because of the way price was moving during Asian session. So I saw it will go up, come down, go up, come down, hit. So there was a level around this level, it was just hitting it, blah blah blah, hitting it, blah blah blah. So I was waiting for it. The moment I saw that price broke it, understand? Listen, price broke it. So it was like liquidity sweep. Understand? Pull back. Do you see it? The line. I used the line. I saw that conceptually come here. So when I saw liquidity sweep, pull back, then this engulfed candle to the upside. Immediately I saw this black candle, I entered, and inside that same night, after selling, I still bought like 1 to 3 hour again It was crazy. It's crazy. Then I waited till now. You can see it finally now sold back up to this guy, to that other block. Now that other block, it entered. You can see as it entered liquidity sweep. Understand? The last lower low. You can see market structure shift. Boom. These three consecutive candle. Pull back inside. You can see I'm not speaking Spanish or anything. The same thing. Liquidity sweep where it went like 1 to 2.5, and the bias was still a buy for the day, but that was a quick scalp. So that was a quick scalp, and then that was a quick scalp. And I wanted to say something. Yes, my to continue my bullish bias for the day. You can see we had session liquidity taking, liquidity sweep, pull back. Then when he hit this, that's when I did the sell scenario. Now, how did I not enter my buy scenario? When I saw price pulled all the way down here, and I've just closed a quick scalp. Didn't then I was now like, okay, looking for let's go. How are we gonna engage for the day? Understand? Now you can see that our Asian high have been taken. Then we've had liquidity sweep, pull back. Now, if it was for a sell day, we had liquidity sweep of the Asian low, tap it to another liquidity sweep. This was the last low, but I've been waiting for it to be broken, like broken aggressively. But you can see that price came there and bounced there. The minute I saw price bounce there, like started consolidating around this area, nothing crazy is happening. I'm like, okay, time for our setup to build. Liquidity I've been taking now. I want to see an aggressive. So I started marking the structure that came down. You can see I marked this guy here. This was the last lower low. So we had liquidity sweep. We want to buy, but we saw a breakdown, like a sell breakdown. Now this was the last structure that if it broke in aggressively, we will have continued the selling, but it didn't. Then you mark your last structure. Liquidity I've taken, want to see a structure of what? Of buy. Now we can see price bounced from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, like it broke it. But you can say yes, this is not an impulsive killing. Then I waited for this guy. Immediately I saw this guy close. Immediately this candle was building, small building. I jumped into the trade, put my stop loss, and the rest was history. You can see price bought on Friday. It bought for like 1 to 5, almost 1 to 6 hour. That was London session buying. Before NFP came and did this rubbish. This is NFP trade. But I was in a trade before NFP. Yes, I was still on that trade. Before when it was this year, I closed like 2 of my position. Then I let the remaining one. Now you can see when NFP came, it came close to my entry back. Look at my entry from here. Came close to my entry, the NFP data, but it didn't stop me out. As I came close, but I've closed like 90% of my thing. It now pumped back up. I was like, oh, let's go to the moon, because the dollar was very bearish. The news was very bearish. But you see the motherfucker, what did he do? Price just rapidly came down, swiped everybody out again. I'm like, okay, no problem. It took me out again. And I'm like, I'm still bullish. Then I started waiting for price to cool down and show me something. Now there's all those liquidity stop loss, buy stop loss was taken. This was the last lower high before that rush down. Understand? When I saw it, I'm like, okay, I'm still looking for a buy because dollar was red. Pull up, nothing crazy. Immediately I saw this guy close above. I engaged again. I entered a buy and put my stop loss there. and you can see it went like 1 to 2.6 hour. So that's that on that, guys. That's how I engaged for everything. So till next week, what I'm seeing on next week is, if you look at the monthly time frame, if you look at the monthly time frame, look at the monthly time frame, we're just starting. We have not taken the monthly liquidity. So I'm not taking the monthly liquidity. Let me put that as black. I've not taken the monthly liquidity at all. This is just March candle building up. I'm not taking the monthly liquidity. If you go to the weekly liquidity, let's see. So we had pullback ending of February. You can see now this first week of March, you can see we have come up, but we have not still taken any weekly liquidity up on all the crazy buys. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday slowed the momentum. If Wednesday, Thursday, Friday continue pushing higher, it will have taken the liquidity. So it didn't. Now I'm not a market forecaster, so that's why I have to consider the buy side and the sell side. Now this is liquidity that is down here. Put weekly liquidity red. Meaning, why did I put it like this? It means that yes, you can see this aggressive market structure shift. If you pick our fib, from year to year, see that it has not retraced into 50% level. So let us be conscious. The only reason I was so bullish by is because of the way Trump and Russia and Ukraine, they didn't settle anything. So anytime they didn't settle, they are killing. There's war crisis. Gold is the safe haven. So price could literally buy or sell next week. Understand? Because what we just did, it just popped up. No liquidity was taken on the higher time frame. You feel me? So if it comes up, I'll close that above here. We're going to the 3,000. But start seeing it sell buyers again. That means we may pull back to at least 50% of this level, or at least to this guy here, to this guy, because it's like, yeah, to this guy, to this head that I broke. You understand me? So I'm open for anything. My own is, if I see something on the 1 minute, I engaged. Then let's go to the daily and see what I'm looking at. On the daily, you will see that this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now if you look at it based on candle close, let's look at past performance. The way candle close is very, very important. After this last bullish run, the next candle opened, pulled, did as if it wanted to go up, went down, and see the way it closed. The next one opened, did as if it wanted to go, but did not close above. Can see, did not close above. The next one did closed above this, but this was the last current high, but the guy did not close above it. The wick, he didn't close above it. He wicked it. This one opened and it dumped. So if you look at this area now, this area is looking something like this area. So maybe Monday candle can show momentum. Everybody think that, oh, we are going to go and break the high. Before you know it, Tuesday show something like this, dump, and we start dumping again, maybe down to these levels. Or if you actually close this new week, which is CPI week, CPI week, anything can happen. If the CPI data allows us to close above, that's great. If it doesn't, we're heading to the downside. But my own is to watch and see. Now let me delete all these guys here and pick liquidity levels on the daily time frame. Sorry guys, you have to see me do all this. I know there's a button to just delete all levels, but okay, I'll do that later. Let me delete. I don't know the button exactly. Maybe you should tell me in the comment section if I post this. That will be the comment section if I post this. But now on the daily, this is what I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna mark this is our current high now. It took this doji high on Friday and it sold back. So I'm still bullish because the dollar is bearish, but anything can happen. That's the high there, and yeah, nothing else. Okay, for the downside, I think I'll only keep there. So if I see price close above, great. Understand? So if you go to the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, you can see that we are on a range after market rallied Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can see we have been on a range. Now, all those places I was telling you on the 4 hour, it bounced. This was it. We come here, bounce, boom, bounce, boom. So anything could happen literally from here. Anything could happen literally from there. So I don't know what to say anymore. But on the 4 hour time frame, nothing sexy. We're on a range now, and let's see how it is. Let's see how it is. If it breaks this guy very well to the downside, breaks and closes, then we know it's doomsday. I think I should mark that level. Just put it there. I don't say candle closure here or candle closure here to continue buying or selling. So what else? Then we go to 1 hour. I'm looking for fair value gaps. I love fair value gaps. So all these things I'm marking are liquidities and point of interest that I want to see markets do. So on the 1 hour, there's no liquidity. You can see 1 hour shows the trend clearly. Understand that it's ranging up there. So let's see. And I want to see this trend line is crazy on the gold. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this here, change it to green. If I see price come around and bounce in this region, I'm engaged to see a buy setup, maybe to just come up again, because trust me guys, trend line works on gold. Coming from an ICT trader, but trend line works on gold. I'm telling you, this guy is crazy. I actually learned how to trade gold from a trend line person, but the entries were not sweet to me. That's why I went to use my own entry model. Okay, let me see if that line is backed on 4 hour. Okay, wow, on 4 hour you can see it's backed on 4 hour. So this is like a structure. This level here is like a powerhouse. Anytime price came here, boom, it reject. Came here deeply again, boom, it reject. So if this line is broken, I may see a push in into here. If it breaks and shows like covers, maybe we can start saying we want to head down. If it breaks here, go up. Let me go to the 30 minutes time frame and see anything crazy. You can see on the 30 minutes it's clear ranging again on the higher time on that area. You can see 30 minutes supports that line. So that this I'm gonna leave my chart. And put it on 1 hour and do a screenshot. I'm gonna leave my chart, and yeah, anything could possibly happen from here. Anything could possibly happen from here. So that's that on guys. Link to my socials in my description of my video. Peace out.